Pioneers, have you ever felt like you wasn't worth it? Like you was worthless? I know that I ain't perfect, but you know that I deserve it and I'm worth it. You ever felt like you're not as much as you are, but yet still not as much as you can be? Sometimes I know life can hit us like that, and it can be hard for a pioneer. So peace, love, and abundance I'm sending you all, cause Coach Abe diving deep once again. Beautiful pioneers, we're out here plugged into the matrix like Neo. Another beautiful day, and no place I'd rather be than out here with every one of you. Out there in the matrix, birds, bees, leaves, and trees. I hope you're taking care of yourself, pioneers. I woke up looking all fly, magical like this, with this nice suit on. How are you feeling today? I know a lot of people are going through it right now. I know that they're battling so much in life. 'Cause life is tough. Ooh, life is hard. Why you hit so hard? Osmosis Jones. And this video is gonna be about why the universe, the cosmos, God gives its pioneers and chosen ones the hardest challenges. Why the universe gives us our hardest challenges. We got a whole lot to talk about today. Hit that like button if you support the real, the truth, and get it out there. Pioneers, let's fly today. The information I'm about to share with you today is, like always, gonna make everything make sense in the end. It's gonna change everything in your life. I promise you. I've gone through hell and high water, and I'm still here looking all beautiful. I'll fly, and I realize the universe, the cosmos, the matrix sends all of the trials and tribulations our way for a reason. So let's breathe. Breathe in that prana, that pure, sexy Merkaba energy, life force, that pneuma that everybody else calls breath. Let's go. Breathe with me, pioneers. Let's raise the frequency, raise the vibration like we always do. So take that. Much love. I am sending you peace, abundance, energy headed your way. I'm FaceTiming live in you right now, July 29th. And if you're watching this video, you're gonna be your confirmation that every little thing is gonna be alright. And no matter how hard it seems right now, the storm will weather. Everything will be okay. And soon you will be at peace once again with yourself. And if you're ready, just say thank you. Hit that like button. This is your confirmation that everything is gonna be okay. And everything's gonna work out in your favor. You know why? 'Cause the cosmos, the universe, God, whatever you believe in is making a way for you. Look, pioneers, I know so many of you are going through it right now. Heartache and suffering, trials and tribulations. Right now, I know so many of you in your life is getting hard to handle. Why the universe and God, the cosmos, gives its pioneers and chosen ones the hardest challenges. Why the universe gives its chosen ones and pioneers the hardest lessons. People say, Coach, you're always smiling. You're always trying to raise the frequency of others. But I know behind those smiles and those actions, you've gone through a whole lot of crap. Absolutely, pioneers. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? There. I'm an alchemist, pioneers. Regardless of what's happening in the matrix and the world, I choose to feel inner peace. My higher self. I choose to smile. live in peace, love, and abundance. You'll never know what I've gone through until I share it. You know why? Because I turned the worst thing into the best thing. I took the negative and turned it into a positive. I took the pain, the heartache, and I have turned it into love and abundance. My greatest blessings ever. I'm so thankful for everything that I have been through. But I know that, I know why the universe gave me a pioneer the hardest challenges and lessons. So shout out to all you pioneers, awakened souls, divergence and glitches and chosen ones. Pioneers are somebody who remember who they really are, a multi-dimensional being having a human experience, a spiritual being having a human experience. But just because you know that doesn't mean life is going to be smooth sailing. No, you're going to get more challenges as a pioneer than anyone you know in life. Your friends, your family, your roommates, your work colleagues, whatever. The universe is preparing a pioneer for something greater. It's prepared me for something greater when it wasn't going my way. When I was hurting and hanging up over obstacles, I was asking why me instead of what I need to learn from this. I just wanted to fit in and get out of prison like everybody else. You know, why am I in prison? Well, I put myself there. I had to learn a lesson. I realized the universe was preparing me for something greater, something bigger. And this is the reason why I'm here today, and this is the reason why the universe gives its chosen ones the hardest challenges. I know a lot of people may have lost loved ones. They may be dealing with something tremendous in life. They may have lost their job or going through depression, drug addictions, anxiety, relationship problems, but you know deep down you are something special. You are something truly authentic, something special. I'm here to remind you, you got this. What if I told you pioneers that you signed up for this? You chose to come here and live this life. Yes, I know that. I remember that. I signed up for this. I signed up for everything that happens to me. And I'm signing up for more. Day in and day out. You know why? Because I know inside of me I got the strength to overcome anything that happens to me. Can I get a hello there, pioneer? So you gotta go along this journey of life, remembering, which means putting yourself back together, Humpty Dumpty, who you really are. You remember that all the tools you need to overcome any adversity and obstacle and tribulation and trial in life, you already have, lies within you. Haha. You got a whole toolkit. Your heart, your mind, heart-brain coherence. When you get that light bulb moment, it all makes sense. When you open that third eye, that Ajna chakra, why the universe gives its pioneers and chosen ones, awakened souls, divergence and glitches, of werewolves, its hardest challenges. Life is like a video game, pioneers. And every level, because there is levels to life. I told you we gotta elevate. Every level gets harder. It's just like going to the gym. If you want to become stronger, you gotta increase the weight. You gotta work out daily. You gotta rest. You gotta take care of the body, heal the body to go to that next level of greatness. It's gonna be even harder because every next level of your life demands a greater version of you, a whole new version of who you really are, but right now. You gotta upgrade every single day, every single year, and it's gonna get harder. But you got all the tools to overcome anything within. You will succeed. Overcome. What if I told you you'll get to your outcome? You were built for this. You were built for this. I was built for this. And when I actually press rewind and look back on my life, when I first started a few years ago during the pandemic on this journey, so much chaos going on, I just decided to make order out of the chaos. So many crazy things in my life going on. I thought, man, The world's really trying to fall apart on me right now, but I'm gonna put it right back together because the universe doesn't make mistakes. There are no accidents or coincidences in this universe. Everything is happening for a reason. It's cliche, I know, right? But I realized in the beginning it was gonna be hard, but I kept going. And it was only because the universe wanted me to grow stronger, to achieve my higher self, my outcome. I don't know a strong person with an easy past. Pioneers. I don't know a rich person with an easy past. A strong person who hasn't gone through hardship. I'm so strong in my life right now, pioneers, regardless of whatever is happening around me, because I went through the fire and the brimstone to realize, actually, I've got this. I can do this. Just do it. Like Nike said. Pioneers, you got this. In the end, it will all make sense. You will realize why the car had to break down. Why you lost your job, or your girlfriend left you. Why your guy cheated on you. Whatever. You know. Why your loved ones passed away. Why you lost your money. Why they stole your motorcycle. I didn't tell y'all when I went to prison they stole my motorcycle that me and my dad was rebuilding a Harley Davidson 883 Sportster, 1988 model. I was mad, but the universe was testing me. I know who got it. Don't worry. The universe wanted me to know that they could take my bike, but they could never take my smile. Can I get a hello? It's starting to feel like that old Coach Ape again. Diving deep, let's go. Flying high in the aesthetic astro realms. Pioneers, I am here with you SaturnDay night live to remind you to be your best self, your higher self. I'm here to remind you that the universe gives its pioneers and chosen ones the hardest challenges and lessons because it wants you to grow, to build an empire, a legacy, a fortress, have a story to tell. It's preparing you to be the master teacher, an alchemist, the architect, the master healer, the shaman, the ascended master. People say, Coach, you're like a guru, a healer, a professor. I said, yes, I had to go through so much nonsense to get here today, but I'm still not my best self. I'm on the way. But don't get in my way. I had to find out the solution to my problems so I could help other people. While I'm coaching more than 200 people worldwide today, why the universe, on my way to reaching 1 million, why the universe gives its hardest lessons and challenges to us pioneers. It wants us to see, the universe wants to show us its presence in our life. It wants to remind us how powerful it is, and that when you're in the presence of the universe, you gotta bow down and humble yourself and say, thank you, universe, God, cosmos. Yes, we are all part of the universe. But I always tell you about this force, this life force, this prana, energy, whatever. Some call it God, Allah, Buddha. It will give you hard challenges just to remind you of its presence. Just to humble you. Stay humble. Why the universe gives its pioneers and chosen ones, awakened souls of werewolves, divergence, and glitches, its hardest lessons and challenges. Again, I would always ask, why is this happening to me? Instead of what am I supposed to learn from this? What are you trying to teach me? Can I get a hello? And now I'm learning. I'm downloading from the Akashic Records DNA. The universe has given me some of the hardest lessons, especially over the past year, because it wanted me to grow wiser. It wanted me to mature, to elevate, become emotionally intelligent, financially secure, physically stronger, mentally stronger and wiser, because it wanted me to know that the secrets were going to be revealed to me, so long as you don't give up. In the words of Coach Abe, the universe reveals its secrets to pioneers who dare to follow their hearts. Can I get a hello? I've told y'all this. That's like the motto. Say it again, Coach. The universe gives and reveals its secrets to the pioneers who dare to follow their hearts. And the pioneers who don't give in. And don't quit. Fourth quarter overtime. Don't give up. Don't quit. And you'll reap what you sow. You'll reap the rewards. But you gotta be present so you can receive your presents. Why the universe gives us our hardest challenges and lessons. I know you're going through it right now today. And it's all because this is all a test. The universe is testing us. It's testing you. It wants you to see how strong you are. It wants to remind you that you are stronger than you think, than you feel. You're more incredible than you can ever imagine. The truth has been hidden from you. Where is within you? It wants to show you you are not alone. We are together unless we abandon ourselves. Can I get a hello there? Slow motion for me, pioneers. Even in your greatest trials and tribulations, hurts, habits, and hang-ups, your obstacles, and your heartbreaks, you are never alone. All one, alone. Wow. Anyways, the universe will always send someone, God, Buddha, whoever, Allah. Your higher self is what we call it here. Will always send you someone. We are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. It wants you to fall in love with yourself. You have to go within, into the wilderness. Stay plugged into the matrix, but with one foot in, one foot out. Stay out the distractions. Get uncomfortable, though. Because growth can only happen in discomfort. Growth only happens in the dirt. I'm still muddy. Can I get a hello? There are so many people who are scared to leave their house. They stay in their cocoon, their comfort zone. I'm outside in the matrix every single day, plugged in like Neo. It's snowing, it's raining, it don't matter. 100+ degrees temperature in a smokehouse at Sam Jones. Turn on the thermometer, it's 107 with a heat index of 100+. It don't matter. Bombs could be going off outside right now. I'm so tuned in, it don't matter. The ending is just a new beginning hidden in disguise. You gotta remind yourself that growth happens in discomfort. This is the reason why I am here today. I've been very uncomfortable. The reason why the universe has given me a pioneer, a chosen one, the hardest challenges, lessons. It wanted me to focus not on what I was going through, but to focus on who I was going to become in the process. There's a reason why I'm building the #1 Discord in the world. There's a reason why I'm on my way to winning a YouTube Gold Award. Why I'm going to have a #1 selling book published very soon. You know why? Because the universe is giving me some of the hardest challenges. Because I want to inspire millions of people all around the world. And I'm on my way. And you see me day in and day out. You've seen some of the tests I've shared with you over the couple years that I've been through. I've been tested. I'm tested every single day. But I never let it discourage me, and I passed the test. Even if I failed the first time, second, third time, I still always come back and pass the test. The universe has been preparing me for this moment, right here today, right now. No waiting. It's prepared me for greatness. It's preparing you for greatness. For you to be your best self, your higher self, the ascended master, the Christos, the Christ within, to be blown away by surprise at who you'll become. Say, oh, I thought I was lost, but now I am found. Can I get a hello there? The universe has been guiding me to my right place. Why the universe gives its chosen ones and pioneers its hardest challenges. When you remind yourself, no mistakes in life, only lessons. We might make mistakes, but they are lessons, some of our greatest lessons. It wants us to grow wise from our mistakes that are lessons. You only can't grow wise if you get it wrong. Well, no, if you get it right. The only time you can grow wise is when you get it wrong. Every time you screw up and fail and make mistakes, you're getting wiser. And that's why you're learning from your mistakes, hurts, habits, and hang-ups, your denials, because that's one of the biggest ones. The universe wants to show us miracles are real. I thought my life was over. Sentenced to 15 years in prison, battling suicide for more than 10 plus years. But then I tapped into that Christos, that Christ within. The universe said, I got you. It reminded me that a diamond was once a large piece of charcoal that handled pressure and pressure and pressure till it thought it was gonna fold, and then it shined bright. It reminded me that in the next several years I'm gonna be so far ahead, and I'm gonna look back and say that, oh wow, it was worth it to be here today. It's worth it, but I'm still not where I want to be. And that's why I know I'm still going to get more challenges. But I got to have empathy. I can put myself in other people's shoes and be selfless and uplift people and help people like I've been doing, because I know what people are going through, what I've been through. I know it's not easy out there. And guess what, pioneers? Spoiler alert, it's not going to get any easier. Because pioneers, the journey never gets easier. We just become stronger. Sandy, shut my door. I said the journey never gets easier. We just become stronger. Things which would have kept me inside a couple years ago, 5, 10, 6 years ago when I first got out of prison, would have had me staying out of in my own lane, my head down, make me feel a little afraid to go outside at times. I ain't going outside today. Now no longer bother me. You know why? Because I'm stronger than I have ever been. I can deal with people, hurts, habits, and hang-ups, etc. But some people, they have a mental breakdown, and the universe has got a whole lot more trials and tribulations in store for them, but they better watch out. Don't be like them, pioneers. Put things into perspective, that things could always be worse. Somebody always has it worse than you. I was in prison, saw people with 100, 200 year sentences, and what was I complaining about? I had a challenge, but it wasn't the hardest challenge and lesson. Because I and you are going to be a living testimony of the universe's greatness, of its story of your life. And your story will not only inspire possibly millions, billions of people one day, it will inspire everyone who comes across you, comes into your path in life. Can I get a hello? Pioneers, hit that like button, hit that share button. If you support the real, if you support the truth and want to become your higher self and become a pioneer. And thank the universe for all the challenges. God, Cosmos, Buddha, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, or your higher self, because it's only made you stronger. And what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. So pioneers, that's why I'm saying today is the greatest day to be alive. Sending you all much love and high vibrations out to wherever you may be in the matrix and galaxy. Thank you, Jacob B83, for joining. Take a quick drink of water after that. Alright, you guys, let's go. Let's get this started. Looks like we're still going. So I hope you like the TV setup in the background. Thought, why not? It's just been sitting in the floor. But we're gonna go ahead and get started today's video, looking straight at today's decode, and today comparing it to the upcoming Rosh Hashanah, okay, and the end of the 50-year jubilee that we know is going to be very well tied around and centered towards finance and well economics, civics, the world stage. Who knows what we can see? So eventful rest of the year, something we've been preparing you for. But today, if we go from 7/29/2023 to 9/15 2023, it's going to be 1 month, 17 days. A total of 48 days, but that is tying us into, of course, well, Bitcoin. You know, the 117 we get in Bitcoin. Okay, so very important. Or Ripple XRP, Ripple coin. Either way, just regardless. 117, we'll go over that later. It's a few more other connections. But let's get back into tying this to Rosh Hashanah coming up. Today adds up to 79. That's the golden element, okay? We also know that it is the 22nd prime number. So we'll pay attention to that. That 22nd, I always pay attention to it because it's tied to reset, change, recycle, all giving us that same 22 when we type out reset, change, or recycle. Okay, so watching Bitcoin today and seeing that we have already in our last video talked about a possible, since we fell to 28k, we've been talking about a possible retrace to 27, 28k. We've then yet to get back above this 29.5 range that I've warned about, where we could get a possible rejection and a push lower. And it looks like we've already got a 1, a 2, the world may never know, a 3 strikes you're out at the old ball game so far. With our 223 and our 322 exponential moving averages on the 2-hour time frame about to make a bearish pioneer cross. Not very good for us. So if we can't claim 29,500, 30,000 psychologically, and hold this level of support, we could be falling back down lower. So that's pretty important because today's obviously 1 month, 17 days away from Rosh Hashanah and the 50-year biblical jubilee. Alright, so that's leading us into tomorrow, Sunday, the day of the sun, and we know Bitcoin is the sun of the cryptocurrency market. Okay, it gives life to all other cryptos. What Bitcoin tends to do, cryptos tend to follow. Okay, so remember that it was the very first ever created crypto. Alright, so 7:30, July 30th can be perceived as when we drop the zero in the rules of numerology, because therefore it has no value. We drop it, it is the womb, it gives birth to every other number. Okay, that leaves us with the 7-3, or internationally written 307 or 37. Okay, so let's go right back to our decode and start off right here, because when I first saw this I was thinking, well, wow, we're in the middle of Karche Puja, okay, which is, well, a Hindu festival where they sacrifice numerous goats. So goats was the first thing that came to mind, greatest of all time, whatever, etc. And I remembered that goats gave us that same 73. Just like, well, this is a ritual sacrifice that has been going on for years, giving us that same 73. Okay, so very important. Just like, well, just simply sacrifice, giving us that same 73. Okay, they're sacrificing numerous goats during this 7-day time period in the Hindu culture. Again, it's called Karche Puja. Alright, so remember that. Alright, so I thought that was very interesting. That is the first thing that came to my mind around this 73. But anyway, it's also bringing up another important festival, the August Moon Festival, that is celebrated in Greece, you guys, on August 1st, which we know is this year's first full moon of August, which has 2 full moons on the 1st and the 30th. We're talking about the 30th tomorrow, okay, being a blue moon. Okay, a pretty rare phenomenon. We have had, this will be the 7th blue moon since 1950. Okay, so remember that. But August Moon Festival, which is August 1st Moon Festival, is giving us that same 73. Or the full moon day of Wasso is another festival that we see, which is celebrated in the Burmese culture. On the Burmese calendar, it's the 4th month, okay? So remember that. So August 1st is going to be a very important day, which is just a couple days away. We're in that window where we tend to see volatile energy 3 to 5 days before, on 3 to 5 days after the full or new moon, and it's a full moon, a double full moon time period, and well, the markets have still seemed to be peeling over. So let's bring up our moon patterns. Alright, so not surprising, we recently just started Carpe Puja during this time period right after the first moon. Okay, so it's about to end on the 1st. The 31st is July. Yeah, the 31st will be the last day. Okay, so very important, you guys. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if we just kind of see a ritual sacrifice down to 27, 26, 25k during this time period. We still have the CME gap we know of at, well, I don't have it pulled up. Anyways, we still have the CME gap at around $20,000. So there it is. Have it drawn out right here. So who knows? Could we go down here and clear this gap? And, you know, just feel it. This gap right here. Who knows? Could be a pretty ritualistic time period. We'll have to pay close attention to this. We just see Bitcoin has continued to roll over. We'll talk about that in the TA section of this video in just a moment. Let's check the chat for a moment. Bird Dog, the Crypto Ronin. I got to drop a massive love. Thank you for showing, Bird Dog. Sending you much love. High vibrations. Thank you for the support. Alright. But getting back into the decode and looking at this time period, alright, tying us into the blue moon, the month of August, we know we've talked about recently, it is Richard Nixon shot month, and it is, well, 1973 to 2023, well, it's the 50-year anniversary since 1973 and the 1973 to 1975 recession. So it's going to be the 52nd, 53rd year since the Richard Nixon shot that happened in 1971, I do believe. Anyways, so we need to know that this could be a very volatile month for crypto. There could be an event, we've talked about it, on the world stage. If they wouldn't have banned my video, you guys would be able to see it. If we go actually to my analytics, it's my number one viewed video, a blast from the past, from the 1700s to the Richard Nixon shot, Henry Ford, Joe and Kamala Harris swap batter change. Get ready for that. Well, YouTube blocked it, so you can go to Rumble and view that video, you guys. It's right here. Honest Abe, capital HAB3. Okay, Honest Abe. So go check that one out. We've talked about what could happen coming into the month of August. Alright, so, but getting back into the decode right here, we also know that this 73 is tying us into Almighty Zeus. Hey Zeus, Jesus, Spanish for Jesus. Hey Zeus. Alright, but it's giving us that 37. Tomorrow can be internationally written 307. Drop the 0, or the 307 we get in every once in a blue moon, which happens in just a few days. Alright, giving us that same 233, which is also a Fibonacci and a prime number, so pretty important. But anyways, we also have upcoming the Leo gate opening, which is Leo the lion. We are in Leo, the zodiac sign right now, which is the Lion's Gate portal, which is about to open, giving us that same 233 and 73. So very powerful. But not to mention the most important thing that we need to pay attention to, which is this month coming up in August, is the heliacal rising of the Sirius star. Okay, so let's talk about this for a minute. This used to, over 5,000 years or so ago, they say used to happen in June, around the 25th. But this year, this time period, in this more dense world we live in, it happens in August, okay? On August 11th. Imagine that. On Harp's birthday, on the agreement of the Fairbanks, Alaska agreement with HAARP, High Frequency Active Aurora Research Program. You know, the ones that help manipulate weather. Anyways, this is when the heliacal rising will be. And let's deep dive this a little bit. It's when, well, the Sirius star, the phenomenon, happens, okay? And just before sunrise, thus becoming the morning star. That's what this star is called, or Lucifer, or Jesus, that it talks about in the Bible, giving us that same 73, paying attention to tomorrow. But this Sirius A star, it comes from the solar system, 73, but it comes from the Canis Major system, okay? The constellation of stars. So it comes from the K9, God, dog, K9, Canis Major solar system, okay, of constellations of stars, giving us that 367, which is the 73rd prime number, you guys. It's pretty powerful to decode, and what we're about to approach, world stage wise, economically, civically, financially, and we need to be prepared for it because it could be very volatile. We could see a sharp drop that's bought up real quick, or we could just continue to see a push up to the upside like we've talked about for months. But let's talk about that in just a moment when we get to the decode. More around this 73 is we've brought up Osiris, who was from Egypt, giving us that same 73. And what I want you to do is where the crown, your crown chakra, is to unlock your 7th chakra, is to ascend and become the ascended master, so that you can then live in paradise. Okay? So remember that, pioneers. That is my goal here. It's just occult, hidden, occult means hidden, knowledge that they've kept from you for years, giving us that same 73 as well. So, don't get caught in the Roman bread and circus. Okay? Giving us that same 73. So, also, one of my favorite is Father Blockchain. So, you want to know why I'm looking at Bitcoin tomorrow for a potential volatile day? It's because Father Blockchain gives us that same 73. So remember that. Pretty powerful. Pretty important. So, alright, gonna check the chat and make sure everybody's doing good. Alright, still hanging in there. Oh, stretch. Alright. I know some of you may not like the decode, may not understand it, the date durations, but you know, I've said it time and time again, you guys, everything in life is numbers. We've talked about that 233 tonight, tying us into the blue moon and, well, the Lionsgate portal opening up, and, well, that's the Fibonacci sequence, and it follows a pattern where the first two numbers are added together to get the next sequence and number. Okay, these numbers are found all throughout life and the world, throughout us and nature, alright, such as the number of petals on a rose, etc. Most people wouldn't even notice these mathematical and numerical patterns in objects in life. They just simply identify it as, well, just a coincidence or the beauty of nature, etc. But everything is numbers, and I've said this, you know, we use sacred geometry and math every day in our lives to forecast weather, to tell what time it is and the date and the price of Bitcoin, or how much money we got in the bank to handle money. But also we can use sacred geometry, because that's what everything in life is numbers and math, to analyze and solve some of the biggest crimes, patterns, problems, predict a future like we've done here using numbers. We can solve some of the biggest hidden occult knowledge secrets in this world together as pioneers, because math is just more than fractions, equations, numbers, and formulas. It's simply rationality and always true, you guys. So sorry about that if you don't like the decode. It is what it is. But let's go ahead and we've been going live about 40 minutes, rambling, motivating, decoding. Let's go ahead and get into the technical analysis. So I do obviously, like I always say, want to thank you all for joining and watching the Daily Candle Close News, where we talk about everything crypto daily, weekly, so almost daily. So let's jump straight into the market. Let's look at this on, where's my chart? I want to look at this. Yeah, this is our Mercury station in retrograde coming up in August, okay, around the 23rd. So remember that. That's going to be a pretty important time period as well. So going to bring some pretty volatile energy or stagnation, one of the two, to the market as well. So right after the Heliacal horizon and our next zodiac change out of Leo. So I'm going to go to this chart and start right here. So right now we're holding 29,300, and we can break that 29.5 on the daily and close it tonight before 8 p.m. That's great. Follow the leader. Boom. Alright, I'll behave. 2-hour time frame. Alright, so this orange line and this white line is what we need to pay attention to. Alright, these lines let's get rid of the SMAs. Where's my Bollinger Bands? Oh, somebody just cash at me money, thank you. Bollinger Bands. These blue lines we need to pay attention to too, because what are they doing? Whenever they squeeze, there tends to be a move following it. Alright, following the squeeze, okay? So we've got some breakdown volume, alright, especially since right here we just had a lot of volume, sell pressure come in, and we just broke down since. So I have a friend who fishes a lot, and he's always fishing, and while he's waiting on a fish to snag his line, he just makes a couple $100 trading, you know what I'm saying? And it's like amazing. Like, that's living your best life. So bullish idea for him, if he's watching, is this is a falling wedge. Alright, there's a 68% chance that this breaks out to the upside that we talked about. So this is the same move. So it's just, we came up, we finally got our retest. If we can come back and hold support, we're going to break up higher. Worst case is, well, this can break to the downside, because we're not breaking this as support. We're getting resistance. So we can easily break down and back test some of these ranges right back here. So if we can't break 29.3, if we lose 29, start breaking 28.5, you want to start getting ready to short. We can come back down to 28.667, 620, 27,500, and then maybe even lower, you guys. Like I said, CME gap way down here. Who knows? Oh, wow. This 233 range, 23,300. That range is in the cards. Going to our previous breakout, never getting a back test of that range from this high, from our previous low, our first high from our previous low. I've learned to kind of do a cross right here, and we tend to usually come back and back test that range. We just talked about that 233, that Fibonacci, that prime number. So that's kind of a mistake that might show to be golden one day. We'll see what happens. But I just found that, and forgot it was on my chart. But I do think that's a range that's possible we can break too. So Alright. We're in the slow pattern of draining over right now, you guys, and it's just poor. Let's go to the 3-day chart. Oh yeah, it's better. Yeah, Bitcoin for multiple 3 days. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 21. So roughly 27, almost 30 days, just false breakouts above this liquidity range, this 618, okay, and just fell over this trend line right here. Alright, but we've got a possible 27,800 range, 27,400, 500 range we can retest. Okay, let's look at, yeah, 28.3 for sure. Let's look at it on the weekly now. Yeah. We'll hide everything but the 21. So we got the 21, the 200, and the 223. Alright. So a golden pioneer bullish cross would be this yellow getting above this 200 on the weekly for Bitcoin. We may come back and retest this at 27,000 again, 28K again, who knows. That's the most important thing, is this is plan A right now, you guys, unless we just get confirmation of a breakout of 31,500, 31,800 and higher, and we've talked about that. So right now it might just be coming back and just retesting this range right here of this previous CME gap that we closed when we came to the upside, but it's at about 27,300. So the bullish idea right now is just getting ready to watch the market and wait for a move, wait for a breakdown or a breakout. Okay, so after this 21 crosses this 200, simple, it's gonna be, you know, pretty euphoric. But if it breaks to the downside, it can come right back down here to around 22K, possibly even lower, filling that CME gap we talked about. So nice, I like that. One thing about 1 month 17 days away from Rosh Hashanah is I've done some work recently, and that's just seeing how, you know, 711, 117 adds to this, like going to the C19 low to, well, the day we started to break out to our run we are on now was 711 days, or from this automatic rally top before spring in Wyckoff, it was 711 days till, well, this rally before peeling over before we got here. This was at the end of the year, December 31st. So kind of like tax harvesting, things like that, maybe. You know, who knows. But there was another, I thought, 117 day, yeah, from here, the start of the year, December 31st, you know, all the way till this low, or this previous high that we hit, 3.14 pi, was 117 days. And there was one more that I don't know why it's not there. Yeah, I want to say it's something. Yeah, I think it's something like that. From this rally up to this recent high, 117 days, 169 days. Oh, that's 169 days, so that's not right. Either way, it was something like that. I just don't remember it. I had it on the chart earlier, I thought. But just I like to use things like that. It's kind of like a strategic way of looking at the charts, preparing for, taking past data and future price analysis. We know that's how we do TA. Let's take a look at the chat, see if there's any questions. Alright, still just a few of us. Let's go. Alright. Let's take a look at XRP real quick. We know it's been doing its thing lately. Not really. Still in that corrective wave, you guys, after this huge impulsive wave on the 2-hour time frame that the RSI was just at 96, 98 at. Just extremely overheld, overbought. We've just been cooling off ever since. One thing I do find interesting is if we were to take a fib pool and pull it into an accumulation from this wick of the ABC corrective wave we're in, I think, and go to this previous high of like 90 whatever 4, wherever you got it on your charts, we're seeing this golden ratio of phi, this 1618, right there at around 49 cents. That's 7 square root of 7. That'd be retesting these ranges. Who knows? We could possibly see it just peel over to there. If Bitcoin was to fall to 27, 20k, something like that, we can possibly even see it go lower. But that's one thing we do know. We can get a push up towards the golden pocket of, let's get rid of some of these. So let's move this real quick. This is our from swing high to this low right here. We can get a push up to around possibly 86 cents again. Ripple equals 86, wouldn't be surprising. Maybe it's just a 0.5 fib right there at around 81. Maybe it's just 76, 79 cents, who knows. This 0.5 fib, a dead cat bounce basically. We've already got rejection from the golden pocket. Can't break the 236, 1, 2, who knows. But this 223 and 322, it's just beginning to get overextended and overheated. This yellow has been way above this blue without a proper back test and cross, so for multiple days and weeks now. So paying attention to that for XRP. Let's go back real quick and look at this fib. It's from this high to this low, and same thing almost. We've got past the 236, but the 702 that we could get to is right there at around 80 cents, or the 0.5 at about 76 cents. So multiple ways that I'm seeing this possibly break out up to around these ranges before maybe peeling back over. If Bitcoin was to break up to 31,800, get higher, it could bring some liquidity into some of these altcoins like Ethereum, XRP. We know this, so pretty important. Just definitely waiting to see what happens tomorrow and as we lead into and through August and the blue moon. So the Heliacal rising or the Lionsgate portal. Just so much to talk about as we transition through Leo, the lion. So we gotta have a heart of a lion here, pioneers. That is the #1 lesson I hope we take away from today's video. So alright, I think that's pretty much it. Just wanted to come out and do like we always do, a SaturnDay Night Live. Doesn't look like we have a large crowd, which is okay. We're still growing the community. It doesn't matter. Hopefully was really wanting to be here to answer more questions and stuff for people. But yeah, it is what it is. I know people just left coaches, our mentors, 4-hour lives, so maybe they're a little tired, weren't able to make it tonight. Either way, it's going to be recorded on YouTube, posted everywhere else, so you can catch it. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the decode was spectacular for you, and just be prepared for what we are about to go throughout the next rest of the year, but more importantly, kicking off August. I do think we can see one more potential push to the upside to end an automatic rally. We tend to get that in the month of August, and we've got a video sharing that in the past, so go back and look and enjoy. But pioneers, rise and build your fortress and build your legacy. We'll see you again when the pen writes. Let's go.